Hey everyone, thanks for joining us. This is a very special episode of the Canadian Geekcast. And today I'm joined by Josh
Hello.
and Dennis.
Hello, it's so special we had to do it twice.
So special we had to do it twice, this time with the audio. And I'm your host, Steve. The reason why this is special is because we're going to discuss our impressions, our thoughts, our maybe concerns about the Microsoft conference. If you like what you hear, please leave us a review on Podbean, iTunes, Spotify, TuneIn, all of your podcast preferences. And you can even send us an email with your comments to CanadianGeekCast@gmail.com. We may even read it on the next show. So let's just get into it, guys. There was a lot at the Microsoft conference. What did everyone think? Just top down.
I'll go first. I
Sure.
think I'm coming from the perspective that I'm not really a fan. Well, not I just don't have an Xbox, so
Okay.
I really liked the conference. I think this so far we're recording this after Square Enix. I think that this is hands down the best E3 conference so far. They did something right because usually Microsoft has a trouble just doing their conferences. They let the games do all the talking in the conference, and that's
Agreed.
what was great about the conference.
Josh?
Microsoft came out making a statement to everybody. They basically reaffirmed their commitment to gamers and the gaming community as a whole, that they're not planning to go anywhere. I think that was a big thing that had to happen.
Yeah,
Um,
they said that they're all in on this. For me, there was a question if Microsoft would be a player in the console space next generation or the generation after that anyway. And
Mhm.
this just confirms that they they have 5 new studios right now, either acquired or it was created, and some of those studios made sense. One, I'm just I hate that, but that's a good get for them because
Right.
they have Ninja Theory now, and that they are great at action games, and that is something I would like Microsoft to have, is an action game that just like recently we've been playing a lot of Sony games and RPGs, God of War, Horizon, and if they can get that type of game on Microsoft, that could do gangbusters for them
Mhm.
and just their business in general.
Yeah, so let's kind of just do a sweep of what they
Sure.
announced. They came out strong saying, hey, we have 50 titles, world exclusives, um, all sorts of things. Like, there were heavy numbers here. They started right off the bat revealing the new Halo Infinite. Later, after the conference, Aaron Greenberg confirmed that this is the sequel to Halo 5. It's going to continue Master Chief's story. I loved it. Just from the kick of the audio to the Halo soundtrack, I was really impressed that they showed their cards right in the beginning with that. I'm super excited to see more of that game.
Yeah,
After
I just want to add, I really can't
yeah.
comment on Halo, but I think it was pretty genius just for them to get away from the numbers and just say, get the colon subtitle just to get away from the Halo number. So that's all I gotta say. I think that was just awesome for them.
No, I agree. It removes, I think, a little bit of the bad stigma
Yeah.
that dedicated Halo fans might have towards Halo 4, Halo 5, ever since 343 took over. Now it's Halo Infinite. It kind of gives it that feeling of not a reboot, but a fresh start for the
Sure.
franchise. After that, we had Ori and the Will of Wisps. More Ori. I love the design of that game. 2019, a little bit of a wait. Any thoughts
yeah,
on
I'm
that?
surprised that it's way off in 2019. I thought for sure we'd see it this year.
Yeah, yeah, it
The
was.
game looks beautiful though. Like, you can't deny that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What do you think, Dennis?
it's a great looking game. It was slated for 2018 at first, but I'm glad they're giving it more time because I mean I haven't really played Ori.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get it on Steam at some point and play through that, and it's just a gorgeous looking game, and I can't wait for this is one Xbox title. I'm excited to see just how are they
Yeah.
gonna up the ante from the original game.
It was really impressive. It definitely stands out as one of the great Xbox exclusives that they've had this generation.
Yeah,
and for such a small game, it says a lot about the title.
Yeah, there's not a lot of Xbox exclusive games that speak to me, and this is like the one of the exceptions that I'm like very excited to see when it comes out.
Yeah. After that, we had Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice from Software. Cool.
Yeah,
looked interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah. Fallout 4 on Game Pass today, right before they showed a little more about Fallout 76, which was cool.
Yeah, I'm all in on Fallout. I always am. It's like one of my top all-time franchises. I just reinstalled Fallout 4 again last night and fired up my 4th playthrough today. So I need after that. I just decided it's time to get my fix back in, go back to the Wastelands, and just have a blast until we get it. What is that? November, I think it is.
November 14th, I believe.
It's gonna be a long wait, but I'm in.
Yeah.
Got
Captain Spirit. Some sort of small iteration expanding on the Life is Strange universe. Looks cool. 100% free in a couple weeks. June 26th, I believe.
Yeah, two weeks to go.
15 days from now.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
After that, we saw Crackdown 3. Terry Crews is back, screaming at us. More explosions.
I mean, I'll let Terry Crews scream at me all day long. That guy is awesome.
Yeah,
he's hilarious. I'm looking forward to seeing more. It did look like maybe they put it back in the oven a little bit, I think.
Definitely.
Because last year when I saw it, I was like, I don't know, this game looks like it's got problems still. And just from that, what they showed, it felt like it might be a little more refined this year than it was last year, and I think that's good. I'm glad that they're not trying to rush it out. I know people keep making jokes or comments about how many years it's been there now. 4 years.
Right. 3? Yeah, I think it was revealed in 2014.
Whatever. You know what? Don't release a game until it's ready to be released, as far as I'm concerned, because you know what? It just makes you look like an ass.
Yeah.
And I really don't care that they're taking heat on it. Just sit on it, make it the best game you can make it, and then we can all be better for it, and we can enjoy it to its fullest extent of the way it's meant to be enjoyed.
Exactly. I'm actually interested to kind of go back to see what the reveal was versus what it looks like now. Do like a side-by-side comparison, because you were saying, Josh, it was a little bit underwhelming the last time we saw it, where I was like, it doesn't look like it's making a lot of progress. But when it came out in this conference, you could see that there was a lot more polish, a lot more care put into it. So sit on it for as long as they need to. That's fine by me.
Yeah, for sure.
And then we got Nier coming to the Xbox One now. It's coming off the PlayStation onto the Xbox, which is great. More Japanese titles coming to the Xbox. Love it.
Yeah, I'm good with that. I've been getting a lot of people that have been pushing at me to get my hands on that game, and I want to. I haven't got around to it. But also, I have to admit, I am a bit of I do like my achievements better than trophies.
Same here.
So, I mean, I'm kind of like been dragging my heels a little bit, but now that it's coming to my preferred platform, I don't have to. I can just wait for that to hit, and then I'll go for the achievements. Yay!
That's exactly where I'm sitting too. This is exactly where I was with Hellblade. When Hellblade came, I was like, finally, I can get the achievements for it.
Yeah.
I can push for the 1,000, and I think I'll do it for Nier too. Now that it's on my preferred platform, anyways. After that, we got Metro Exodus.
Oh,
looks great.
Oh my God, does that ever look good? The series is fantastic, and it's like one of those sleeper series. Like a lot of people, the people who have played it really, really liked it, and people who don't know anything about it are really taking notice now. I liked the first 2 games. This one, I'm quite certain I'm going to really enjoy.
I admittedly, I slept on the series until I think it was the Redux came to the Xbox One with 1 and 2 paired together, a little up-res and everything. And I played through them both, and I love those games now.
Nice. That's good.
Yeah. Kingdom Hearts was shown off. We saw Elsa. Goofy was doing stuff.
Yeah,
I don't really know what's going on.
I kind of know what's going on. It looks really good. So I think Kingdom Hearts, like the official reveal was like back in 2013, and again it's been like plus it's been like 13 years since Kingdom Hearts 2. So it looks really good. It's just it's adding to the very complex story that the spin-offs on handhelds and whatnot have been telling the story about. And it's just like it's a very complicated story. But I can like rehash a bit. So like there was like this whole Keyblade war, and then there was like this. I'm probably explaining this horribly. There was this like one Keyblade that was split into 20 pieces, 13 darknesses and 7 lights, and then the story takes place after that, and it just revolves around darkness and light, and it's just the ongoing war, and like I'm doing a horrible job explaining this. It's very interesting just to see Kingdom Hearts 3 finally coming out this like less than 12 months from now.
Even less, January.
Yeah. I'm just excited for them to end this story with the darkness and light, and hoping that they do a good job trying to explain the story to someone who's coming into Kingdom Hearts for the first time, because it's a very complicated story, to be honest. I can't even tell you how it starts. It just jumps around so much. There's the ongoing games, then they went back to prequels, and then they went to a prequel to the prequel. There's just so much story that it's hard to say. It's really good. It's a really great series, though. It's fun.
Yeah, that's my concern too. Like what you're talking about, because my daughter, she probably would fall in love with that game just aesthetically wise, and I want to get it and maybe sit with her and play with it, because I think it looks like it'd probably be fairly accessible to her as long as maybe I guide her a little bit. But I do play games for stories, and if I'm completely lost and I don't have any backstory to there, like I hope they explain things and give us a little something, the people like me who are going to jump in blind, basically.
Yeah, a lot of dedicated Xbox fans who only have the one console are going to be experiencing Kingdom Hearts for the first time.
Yeah, this is the first Kingdom Hearts game coming to Xbox, so
yeah. We'll see.
Yeah.
For a game that contains no story, Sea of Thieves. We got 2 DLC content drops coming. The first one in July called Cursed Sails, and then we got the Forsaken Shores coming in September.
Yeah,
sweet. Set sails.
I haven't played in a little while. It's been it gives me more reason to jump back to it, right, and get my crew together and play. I like that they're keeping it fresh and adding new things to it, because that kind of game, if you don't keep it fresh, continually add new things, people are going to walk away quickly and they'll find something else to do with their time.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead, Dennis.
I was going to say, I'm just glad that they're supporting the game as well. They're just keeping the content coming. I like that.
Yeah, I think they've established like a good timeline of content, because the latest one just dropped a week or 2 ago. So, the time in between is reasonable. You're getting a reason to go back every other month. Makes sense. I hope they continue it past September into like the fall winter time, because that would be great. We saw Battlefield 5 for all
that was part of the campaign. Yeah, that was part of the campaign that they just showed off.
But
it looks great. I mean,
it looks great. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, but EA hyped it up like we're going to show more at Microsoft, and they didn't really do that, which is weird. Yeah. Horizon 4 looks Forza Horizon 4 looks beautiful. God damn.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah, I'll be playing that. There's no question in my mind. I'll be playing that.
Showing off dynamic seasons, motorcycles, new vehicles. Great.
I got to be honest with you. That game there, Even though I'm not very good at the racing games, I do enjoy playing them and just mucking around.
Yep.
That game is really kind of one of the main reasons why currently I have a whole bunch of TV reviews up on my computer screen.
Yeah.
It's time to go 4K for that one before I get that one. So
yeah, because it looks like Forza does a really good job of pushing the X like to its capacity.
Yeah.
Like, it was a game built for the X. Not to say that you can't play it on the regular Xbox One, but it just helps. Yeah. And then Phil Spencer came out, and Dennis, you mentioned it before. He announced a whole bunch of studios. I think this was the strongest message of the whole conference. Phil Spencer coming out and reaffirming that Xbox is here to stay well beyond this generation. They announced the Initiative Studio, which is a brand new studio that they've created, and over the last month or two have started hiring developers to come in and create what I can only assume is going to be the next tentpole game, standing alongside Halo, Gears, Forza. This is going to be a big push for Xbox. And then they acquired a bunch of studios, so Playground Games, people who do Forza Horizon, Undead Labs, they do State of Decay, Ninja Theory, Hellblade.
Yeah. And I would say, like, out of 4 out of 5 of those weren't very surprising. Fifth one was like, that one hurt because like they've made a lot of great action games over the years. Like even though DMC Devil May Cry is very controversial, it played like really well. I love the game from the gameplay alone. Story is a different story, but I'm just looking forward to what these studios are going to create, especially like the new one and Ninja Theory. I already have an idea what the others are going to do, but
of course they're probably just going to keep on creating what they are, just with Microsoft's backing. I'm interested to see what a State of Decay 3 will look like, because State of Decay 2 is a solid game and everything. However, it just doesn't have the funding that Microsoft could give them.
Yeah, this was a good message to say that they're diversifying their portfolio. I like it.
Yeah. And the last one was Compulsion Games. Yeah. They're the ones releasing We Happy Few, coming out on August 10th. This is a game that we've seen a few times now at the Microsoft conferences, but now it's finally getting its dedicated release. My question is, with We Happy Few, since now Compulsion is part of the Microsoft Studios, I can only imagine that We Happy Few will be coming to Game Pass.
Yeah, I would see that.
So for anyone that was
yeah,
I would think so as well. Anyone that was kind of trepidatious on the survivor gameplay mechanics of this game, they could at least jump in and see if it's for them. Because for me myself, I'm really looking forward to the art design of this game, the look and aesthetic of it. It gives me like BioShock vibes, but I'm not sold on the survivor mechanics of it just yet. PUBG. We got some updates on PUBG.
Oh yeah, that game still exists. I forget sometimes with Fortnite.
I watched the Xbox conference again.
Yeah, me too.
And like I watched them all like twice before I start really talking about it with some people.
Mm-hmm.
And when I watched that again, what I saw was definitely war mode is a big thing, but also the snow looks like it plays a pretty significant factor in potentially like hunting down people you're trying to take out. Because they showed, like they zoomed right in. They showed the snow and they showed the footprints and following the footprints. So I think that's going to be interesting. I like PUBG. I'm absolutely horrendous at it. I think I've got to second place once, and I was my friend carried our squad of 4 to the end with like 22 kills or something ridiculous. So like that's about as good as I got at that game. But it's fun to play with my friends and just kind of mess around. And I'll still play it. I'll play the new maps when they come out and get right in there. But I don't know. I feel kind of like I got some thoughts about PUBG, but I think I'll save that for the Sony press conference.
Another day. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if the window of exclusivity is still a window or what.
Done.
Yeah. Tales of Vesperia, Definitive Edition coming this winter. I wish Matt was here because he had a lot of excitement for this title.
Yeah, Matt got so excited for this Tales game. Like, I like the series, but I always hear about this game in general because like it's an Xbox exclusive.
Right.
Not anymore though, because after this announcement was announced, the definitive edition apparently it's coming to Xbox One, but it's also coming to PS4 and Nintendo Switch, and I think PC as well. So
cool.
It's like one of those Tales games that not everyone got to play, and people are finally going to get the chance to play it. It's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We got Division 2 finally, so you're going away from New York's and DC. This has a bit of a time jump from where we left off in the first division. So Division 1 was set in the heart of winter. It's covered in snow. Now it looks like we're somewhere in the summer. It's a lot brighter, a lot more open in DC rather than like the confined streets of New York. Yeah. Looks cool. More division. I'm super stoked. March 15th for that one.
Yeah.
At least that's coming in March at least.
Yeah.
Yeah. February's a little heavy.
Yeah,
I'll play that one. I'm not like falling over myself, excited.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't love the first one. It was okay, and that's about as much as I can really say about it. It was just okay for me.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm hoping that maybe they fix some of the things that a lot of people complained about. And I know you've said before that if I were to jump into Division, the original one now, versus when I played it when it first came out, and I gave it all of 2 weeks and I got bored with it.
Yeah.
You say that I would probably not even recognize the game anymore, and maybe I will. I mean, the summer's here though. Maybe there's a rainy day where we can get together and give it a go.
Hey, it's on Game Pass now.
I own it.
Me too, but I'm just saying for the general audience out there, they came out, they talked about Game Pass a little bit. So Halo Master Chief Collection, Elder Scrolls Online, The Division, they're all available now alongside Fallout 4. They also said that in the future, Ashen, which is one of the ID at Xbox games, is going to come to Game Pass. After Party, which is the game coming from the studio that did Oxenfree a little while ago. That's their next project. These two indie games are coming. They talked about Fast Start for Game Pass.
Yes, they did.
It seems like a really great announcement for the people working on it. It just kind of slowed down the momentum of the conference overall. You could tell that I can't remember the woman's name that came out, talked about it, but she was super excited about it. But at the end of the day, we didn't get like a major title coming to Game Pass that knocked my socks off or anything. It was just a little more of an enhanced Game Pass experience, which is cool.
Which I think is good though, because it can take long. Like some of those games are gigantic.
Mm-hmm.
And I know for myself, like I'm on a fairly limited internet, as you guys are well aware. You can hear me complain about it every day. It would be nice to be able to start playing those games a little bit quicker, like.
Sure.
And the worst part is when you get to a game, you're doing the download and it gets to say 35% or 40% in, and it says it's ready to start. That doesn't mean you're going to do anything but look at the freaking menu.
Yeah, it's ready to start to that title screen.
That's right. It's ready to start the title screen. Yeah. So if ready to play is going to get me, once it gets to that point, it says ready to start, it actually means it's ready for me to jump in and start playing while it continues to download in the background. Sign me up. Like, how could anybody not want that?
Yeah. And then, like I mentioned, ID at Xbox had their scissor reel. A lot of games coming out. Look at it for yourself, because there were at least 20 games. As I mentioned, After Party was in there. Below, Warhammer, Super Meat Boy Forever. Again, there's a lot of games coming from. There's a lot of dedication spent to helping indie developers come to the Xbox platform, which is nice.
Mm-hmm.
Shadow of Tomb Raider was there. More Lara.
Can't get enough of that, man. I just can't. September. It's coming out of my birthday week, so yeah,
nice.
Buddy.
That's good.
I'm planning to play the hell out of that weekend.
We saw Session, which was unfortunately not Skate 4. but it seems like it's this successor to the Skate franchise, which is cool. At least we get something like Skate.
Yeah, at least you get a skating game. At least can't
It's
complain
a Canadian
about that.
developer.
Canadian, yeah, Montreal-based developer. Dennis, correct me. It's Creature Studio. Is this?
Yeah, it's Cree-Tur Studios.
Okay. I wanted to make sure I got it right this time. Yeah. Great, cool. We saw Black Desert. Great for those MMO RPG fans. Not for me.
Same here.
But good on you guys for supporting those games.
Yeah, at least there's more to choose from now.
Diversity.
Yep.
Something for every gamer out there. And this one's, I'm pretty sure, speaks directly to you, Dennis. Devil May Cry 5.
Oh boy, this was like my game of the conference. I'm so excited that Devil May Cry is back officially because it's been about 10 years or so since Devil May Cry 4.
Mm-hmm.
And they've been like sleeping on the IP. They did the reboot, which it was a good game, but it wasn't the game that the people wanted. So this game takes from the perspective of Nero. At first when I was watching it, I was like, who?
Yeah, you were unconvinced.
I wasn't sure. I was like having conspiracy theories in my head. Is this guy a clone of Dante? But no, it's Nero. Like the arm was the clue, and his gun was Nero. So I was like, okay, that's Nero, and it's a bit different. He's a bit different because he acts more like Dante personality wise. He was kind of uptight in Devil May Cry 4, and it's good. He's like he's out there. He's having fun, and his arm is a bit different because his arm was like a devil arm, and his arm now is like technologically based, and like apparently the woman is like blackmailing him, and he can only like use it at her permission, I guess. Yeah.
Okay.
That's what it seems to me. I'm just basing that off all on the trailer. I really hope this is one of the best Devil May Cry games because it's not really a hard thing to do, since like I would say the only great Devil May Cry is Devil May Cry 3, and that was like, Dante versus his twin brother Virgil. And and I should
Virgil?
say yeah, that's his brother's name.
Oh.
And
okay.
I should say that Nero is Virgil's son, so that's Dante's nephew.
I see.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, get hype.
Yes.
More Devil May Cry.
Yeah, it's coming spring 2019. It's gonna be a good spring. At least it's not in February. Okay.
It will. It will be a good spring because my hype moment was Cuphead DLC.
Yep.
Lady Chalice is a playable character, a new island, so we're seeing at least 5-6 new bosses, probably a platforming level as well. I'm head over heels for that game. So I'm really glad that they were able to create a download content to tide us over, because as we all know, Cuphead took forever to come out from the moment it was shown off.
It was a couple E3s that it was shown at every year.
I think it was 3 E3s.
Yeah. I'm kind of looking forward to it because I'm thinking of getting it on Steam when the Steam Summer Sale happens.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping to get that, and I'll definitely get the DLC. I'm assuming if I like the game or not. I kind of like those hard games, so
it's a really hard game.
It's ridiculous.
That's what I've heard.
I had to come back to it like 3 or 4 times, like over the fall last year.
Yeah.
Just to finally beat it, but I did it. After that, we had Tunic, neat little cute Zelda-like or 2D Zelda game. I don't know too much about it.
I like the look of that. Aesthetically, it's very pleasing. Looked nice.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of this other Zelda-like game called Oceanhorn. I played a lot of it on Vita. I even platinum it, to be honest. And it's it's like, it looks really good. It looks the look of it is like way better, and I just like the idea of just playing a little fox dude. And I like, it's like a fox is like one of my favorite animals, so it's cool.
All right, so Dennis will definitely be jumping into Tunic.
Oh yeah.
We had Jump Force.
Yeah.
crossover bonanza of a whole
So
bunch of franchises.
so this is a Shonen Jump crossover game. So
Right.
Shonen Jump is the publisher that publishes the manga chapters that the anime is based off of their respective series. And this is a crossover of what they showed off the big three. So that would be Dragon Ball Z, Goku, One Piece, Luffy, and
Naruto.
Naruto.
Yeah.
And yeah, at the end they showed a little tease of from Death Note, Light
Yeah.
and Ryuk. So I don't know.
Mhm.
I don't. Is he gonna put down Naruto's name and he's gonna die, or
That's it.
yeah,
That's just it.
yeah. Who
Just
knows?
writes his name down.
Yeah.
Just one button.
Yeah, I assume that they're gonna like announce a lot of series. It's not just gonna be these. There's gonna be probably like a lot of characters to choose from, and so far it looks like a because after the conference they released a gameplay trailer and
Okay.
it looks pretty good, to be honest. It looks better than the last crossover game, which was J Stars. And
So, sorry, call me ignorant or what have you, but is there a common company that owns all these IPs that's allowing this to happen? Can you kind of theorize like what other franchises could be brought into this based on that?
well, Bandai Namco is the one that usually publishes all the anime games
Right.
from Shonen Jump at least. So
Okay.
I think there's maybe a partnership there, a deal
Okay.
anyway. So that's why you always see like anime games come
Bandai-
from
yeah.
Bandai Namco. You don't see any Square Enix anime games from that publisher anyway.
Right. Okay. Okay. I just wasn't sure if it was Bandai Namco or not that really had the say. Dying Light 2 is after that. Looks like a great evolution for that series.
Yep, sign me
Really
up for
into
that
that.
one. That should be good. I really enjoyed
Any thoughts?
the first one a lot. So get me on to Dying Light 2. Also the new dynamics that the missions you decide to take on and complete, how that changes, I guess, the rebuilding of society in that area is going to be a really, really neat concept. And well, it's not that it hasn't been done before, but it's being added to this particular series. It should be pretty unique and fun to see that play out.
So just for the sake of this, we saw more Dying Light. It's a lot more of a choice-based game, in which case you can make your decisions based on who you want to side with. If you want to, interact more with the civilians or with this, what looks like some sort of military unit out there, these decisions based on that will affect the environment, the world that you're living in. A lot of emphasis was done to human interactions versus the zombies, which was interesting because Dying Light 1 was very much a zombie game.
Yeah.
So, interesting.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how that plays out. It should be fun.
Mm-hmm. Saw a little bit of Battletoads.
That was surprising.
That was surprising.
we got a title card.
Yeah, we saw a title card. We saw a tongue. We saw speed racers, bike.
Yeah,
that's about it.
That's about it.
Yeah.
I mean, that would have been nice to see more than that. I'm really not a big fan of getting just title card reveals. It just seems like kind of a waste.
Yeah, I'm a little over it. Especially when the game isn't one of like those like gut punch titles.
Mm-hmm.
Like if we got a splash screen of say Halo, that would be one thing. But Battletoads one, I don't know if anyone's jumping out of their seats for a Battletoads game.
I gotta be honest. I'm really hopeful that this is gonna be a really good one because I have wanted a Battletoads game for quite some time now.
Yeah.
I was kind of hoping that we'd be getting Battletoads that looked a little more like the Killer Instinct versions of them.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't look like that's going to be the case, which is fine. I just would have liked to have not had just basically a title screen. That's all.
Josh, you should be excited for this. Just Cause 4.
Mm-hmm.
We saw some footage. Got a release date of December 4th.
Man, that just flying, that it's so much fun, that series. It's completely over the top and absolutely ridiculous and stupid, but it's so much fun to play. Like it's so much fun, and it's just crazy. And the fact that there's now a tornado going through the place, and you can use that to kind of like just fly somewhere else or do whatever. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. It's just stupidity. It's like a really bad 80s Chuck Norris flick with like extreme stunts and stuff like that. And I'm all up for it.
Cool.
Count me in.
And then we got a whole bunch of Gears games. So we got the Gears logo come up. Everyone lost their minds. And then we had pop figures come out and everyone was confused, especially me.
Yeah.
I didn't know if this was a merch line, but apparently it is a mobile game coming to Android and iOS sometime soon. After that, we saw Gears Tactics, which is a PC game.
Actually, it's mobile. Remember?
Yeah, Dennis was saying it was a mobile game.
So again, I've heard it's a PC game.
Okay.
More than I've seen any talk about mobile. Again, I could be totally wrong.
Okay.
This is just based on
it could be.
I've heard.
It could be both. Honestly,
it could be.
Yeah. I hope Dennis is wrong.
Okay, I'm just saying what I read. I read that.
But the real meat and potatoes of this whole thing was leading into we're getting Gears 5, playing as Kate this time around, and it's coming next year. So
Maybe.
Get hyped. And then Phil Spencer came back on stage, talked about the reaffirming that Xbox is here to stay, that they're already working on the next Xbox console, which isn't, surprising.
It's going to happen. We know.
And they said that they're looking into Microsoft AI, and they're looking to get cloud-based gaming up and running for Xbox. So
I want us to be able to use our player games on the platform of our choice.
Mobile, of our choice.
PC, who knows? Maybe there's even something to be said about
a Switch,
that thing with Nintendo. I don't know. It's hard to say. Like who is actually hosting that Resident Evil stream that they're doing? Is it a test with Microsoft that Microsoft is behind the scenes and they're checking to see if it works or not? And if it does, then maybe there's something coming.
I still stand on record to say there's a reason why achievements are on Minecraft on the Switch. There's a reason. And I know that Steph and Matt were just saying, it was just out of laziness that they didn't want to get rid of it. No, it's not. Because PlayStation wouldn't want Xbox achievements any more than Nintendo would want Xbox achievements on there if they didn't want it there. That's just my 2 cents on that. But afterwards, we got that one more thing moment. Lights flickered. And we got CD Projekt Red showing off Cyberpunk 2077.
Yeah, it looks great, man. It looks great.
It looks really good.
So good.
After the conference and after some time went on, I started seeing screenshots of some of the screens that were going on with the code.
Oh, yeah. I saw that too.
You saw that?
Yeah.
I don't know. Josh, did you see this?
I saw something. I did mention yesterday during that I was like, those would look like Xbox codes there, guys.
So
like Steam codes.
Within one of the screenshots, there was a message sent out to the audience. Essentially, one was basically just like a synopsis of the game, and then it was like a little bit of a Q&A saying like, when is this game coming out? They responded, hey, this game's gonna take some time. Thank you for your patience. We're going to make sure that this is the game we want to release. The next one was, how big is it? They're like, we don't even know. It's huge. That's how big it is.
Wow.
The third, they had a little fun with this one. They're like, microtransactions, ? And they said, what, in a single player game? Don't be nuts. So they had a little bit of fun with that for people who wanted to dig into that trailer. That was really cool. I like seeing the screenshots of people freaking out about that. But overall, I thought it was a pretty solid conference. Not too many surprises, but I think overall solid all the way through. They kept it trailer, and then of course they bring Phil Spencer on, who I adore. I think he's a great spokesman for the for the company. I think he's putting the whole Xbox brand into a really good spot now that he's had some time to sit down in that seat. So good for Microsoft, good for Xbox, good for gamers.
I agree.
Yep, it was a great conference too.
Yeah. Any other thoughts, guys?
No, that's it for me. I feel good about it. I feel good that the future is looking bright for Xbox gamers. Looking forward to seeing more from whatever else might be in store for all of us from the rest of the show, the rest of E3.
Sweet.
Still think we might have a few more surprises that might be Xbox related, but who knows?
Yeah. Well, thank you guys for listening. Be sure to chime in on Twitter for your comments, your thoughts on the Microsoft conference, and please tune in because we're going to have more of these discussions post all these conferences. So Square, Ubisoft, PlayStation, Nintendo, check back in and listen to our thoughts, where we'll discuss more things geeky and why pineapple is the worst pizza topping in history. Dennis,
no,
worst pizza topping in history.
You know you're outnumbered. You're the only one saying that.
Yeah, it's true. You are outnumbered, and I outweigh you by a lot.
All right, thanks, guys.
See ya.
See ya.
We'll be right back.